Welcome to this episode of the Harpreet Singh Show. Off and on, we have environmentalists coming to our show then talk to you about environment because that's a major issue which we need to be thinking of, that it is a major concern for all of us. Today we have Harpreet Johal, who's a public engagement specialist from David Suzuki Foundation, and she's going to tell us about some new initiatives which have been launched by David Suzuki Foundation. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
So we know a lot about David Suzuki Foundation, but I would just like to touch back about the Punjabi by Nature campaign which you had started. So what kind of response you had got from the community, and especially the South Asians?
Oh, it was tremendous. We actually still have it on our website and we get questions about it all the time. I was at the Punjabi Film Festival not too long ago. We presented it. We had a standing ovation. People were clapping.
Wow.
And actually right now for the month of May, we are doing a very similar campaign called 30 by 30.
Okay.
Get outside for 30 minutes for 30 days.
Right.
And it's a national campaign.
Right.
And you will be so surprised that in the first week, 10,000 Canadians have already joined.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So these are small initiatives which are being taken by organizations like yours, and they definitely have an impact. And then once people get associated, then this message of environment is getting spread.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now today let's talk about the Toxic Breakup campaign which you have launched. What is this?
So it's actually really simple. The David Suzuki Foundation wants to know, are you in a toxic relationship with your household cleaners? Most of us will be surprised, but we're getting exposed to low levels of toxins from our household cleaners every single day. So, when you're doing your laundry, when you're cleaning the bathroom, those all have toxins in it that are not good for our health or the environment. And then these chemicals linger in the air,
Right.
and then we breathe that in. And you might be surprised. Actually, you might already know this, but they say that the air quality is better outdoors than it is inside your home
That's
because
right.
of all of these chemicals.
Absolutely. All those allergens and all those toxic materials which are.
Exactly, and even in laundry detergent that you and I and most people use, they have chemicals in there that induce asthma.
Okay.
And the chemicals that we use to clean our bathroom and bathtubs, they have chemicals that have cancer-causing substances. So, this is a very important topic for us to all be aware about.
Right.
But, what's the most surprising thing and quite disappointing is that, so these products have these chemicals in it, but they're not labeled. The ingredients aren't on there. And it's because here in Canada, these manufacturers and producers are not mandated to do that.
Okay.
And we at the foundation are trying to change that.
So then what's the substitute, because as a common layperson, you go to the market, you buy something,
Yeah.
and as you said, when we buy some household cleaners and everything, we go by the brand name and which
Exactly.
is being marketed, and we do not know what chemicals are there because we do not know what is there. We just need to clean our places. So what can a common person do then?
Well, you made a good point. They don't have the ingredients. So what we want you to do is go to toxicbreakup.ca, www.toxicbreakup.ca, and on our website you can send a letter to Canada's health minister and say, hey, we want you to mandate that these companies who are producing these household chemicals, cleaners, have to label and say whether they're toxic chemicals in there.
Okay.
And then as you mentioned, when you're going shopping, you don't know what to buy for. So a couple of easy tips. Number one is read the label.
Okay.
So if you have two different products and one product has a list of the ingredients and the other one doesn't, buy the one that has the ingredients because they're more transparent. The second thing you can do is buy fragrance free.
Okay.
So this can be kind of confusing because if you're buying a product and it says unscented,
yeah.
that is not the same thing.
Okay.
You want no fragrance.
Right.
Because a lot of these fragrances are unnecessary. They can cause you headaches, migraines, allergies like you mentioned, and
Right.
a lot of them are linked to cancer.
Okay, so but here, Harpreet, like when we go to the market and we find lime freshness or orange or something,
Yeah.
and apple or some flower.
Yeah.
So we get enticed by that yes, this will spread some good fragrance in our. So what you are saying is that we should not buy those kind of things.
You hit the nail on the head, and it'd be a good point. I think we think, oh, if we smell this, then when people look at it, they'll smell it
Right.
and say, oh, it smells so clean, it smells so nice. The truth is, if something is clean, it should smell like nothing.
Okay.
It shouldn't have any fragrance,
Right.
And here's another one: is that when you're buying soap, we tend to buy antibacterial soap.
Yeah.
Because we think, oh, it's gonna kill
Right,
all the
clean our
bacteria.
hands, yeah.
But you should actually be buying regular, plain old soap.
Okay.
The antibacterial soap have chemicals in it that are linked to negative hormonal dysfunctions.
Okay.
And the regular soaps, just as good, it disinfects.
Right.
Right. So these are just little
Basic tips,
basic things. And the other one, when you said with the air freshener, is the best thing you can do, and it's linked to again the 30 by 30. Just open up your window.
Right.
Fresh air. It's free. It's cheap. It's easy, and it's the best thing you can do.
So apart from the disinfectants, the air fresheners, what we are talking, because
Yeah.
today in the market we have been flooded with air fresheners also.
Oh, yeah, and
and
our
we try to
cars,
bring in
everything.
those fragrance ones, and then they put it, either it is electricity one or normal one.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't go in for those also.
No, you should just stay away from all types of fragrances in general. And I
Okay.
think what you'll find is a colleague of mine, she stopped using all these fragrances, and now when she goes to her mother-in-law's house and they stay over, she says, I can't sleep. The sheets, everything smells so much that she can't breathe.
Right.
Right? And you can see it if you tend to get itchy at nighttime, you don't know what it is. A lot of it's the laundry detergent could have the fragrances as well. So just stay away from it.
So are there safer alternatives? Because basically in today's fast-paced world, when we are talking about everything needs to be done in an instant.
Yeah.
So like you have talked about the detergents, and
Yeah.
of course we have to clean our clothes, we
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
remain without that, or we have to wash our hands.
Yeah.
But we, as you said, we want something instant and we just want to go in for that. So what are the safer alternatives?
I think the best thing you can do is make it yourself. It's kind of like, khana is better
Yeah.
than eating out. Same
Right.
thing, household cleaners, if you make it at home, you at least know what's in it. It's natural.
Okay.
It'll be cost effective. And you'll be surprised to know that a lot of the ingredients to make your household cleaners, you already have them.
Okay.
So let me ask you, do you have vinegar at home, white vinegar?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so and that's probably what, $1 a bottle?
Right.
Okay, so you take that white bottle of vinegar, put an equal amount of water. So say you have 1 cup of vinegar,
Right.
1 cup of water, and guess what you make when you mix it together? You have a glass cleaner.
Okay.
That's it. It's that easy, and it's vinegar. I think is 99% kills bacteria
Right.
off all surfaces, and it's probably 1/10 of the cost of any normal glass cleaner
That's
that you'll
right.
go buy.
Now, that's an important point what you have touched, because many times what we think is the effectiveness of a thing which we make it at home, or if we buy it from a commercial unit, that's what it is. So when you talk about the effectiveness, and you have given an example of the vinegar being mixed with water, and that acts as a kind of a anti-repellent or
Yeah.
kind of a cleaner. So what about your if you have to wash your clothes and you have to clean your hands, can we buy those things which can be helpful to us and make those things at home also?
Yeah, we have a lot of recipes on our website to do-it-yourself cleaners, and I brought actually a demonstration.
We will
for
talk
you.
about this definitely,
Okay.
but after a break. But so when you
Okay.
talk about the websites, so if you want to have more information about such kind of products, where can the public go?
Yeah, you can go to toxicbreakup.ca, and we have do-it-yourself cleaners for all types of things, like you said, laundry, soap, glass cleaners, furniture cleaners, you name it, and you can make it all at home. And the best thing is that it's easy, it's fun, you can show your kids, and you know what's in it. It's
Right.
not those products that you're buying that don't have those labels, because we don't know the long-term effects.
Right.
So imagine, you're using these products every single day. Over the long term, that can accumulate. So
Right.
let's control what's in our
So
household.
saves money, helps environment, and also keeps you healthy.
Keeps you healthy. I think that's
And
very
what about the
important point.
effectiveness of these laundry detergents? What you're going to show us after the break?
Yeah.
Does that really clean the clothes and everything?
It keeps it's amazing, it's natural, it's clean, and it doesn't have a smell.
Okay,
And
that's
the
wonderful.
best thing is when you create it, they're long lasting, so you don't have to keep going to the store
So
buying.
listening to all this, what you have said, our viewers are eager to now see how to make detergent at home. So let's go for a small break. When we come back, we will make that detergent over.
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਜ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਬੋਝ ਹੇਠ ਦੱਬੇ ਹੋ? ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਕੀ ਕਰੋ?
ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਾੜਾ ਅਸਰ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਜ਼ੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਘਟਾ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਰਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕਿਸ਼ਤਾਂ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਜ਼ੇ ਤੋਂ ਮੁਕਤ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜੀਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
1866-790-8984 ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨਜ਼, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਥੀ।
ਘਰ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਿੱਜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਪਲ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਵੇਂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਰੇਮਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਤੱਕ, ਡਰੇਪਰੀ, ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਡੈਕੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਸੈਸਰੀਜ਼ ਤੱਕ, ਤੁਸੀਂ SK ਹੋਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਪਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਹਕੀਕਤ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ 6048259295।
Once again, welcome back after the break. Before the break, we were talking about how to make detergents at home, and that also chemical free. So let's see the demonstration from Harpreet Johal. Yes, Harpreet, so you were telling before the break about to make detergents at home also. So we find these things lying on the table. What are these, and with these can you make a chemical free detergent?
Yes, you can. So these, first of all, they're really easy to find.
Okay.
They should be at your local grocery store. I got most of these from Choices.
Right.
Each one is under $5. Okay, the first one is Borax. So borax is made up of naturally occurring minerals.
Okay.
It's made up of sodium, boron, oxygen, and water, and it helps disinfect the clothes that you're going to wash.
Right.
Next up, you have soap granules. So this very simple soap.
Okay.
Right? Nothing added, no chemicals.
Right.
It helps to lift the dirt
Right.
off your clothes. Hypoallergenic, so if you have allergies, it's good, and it's biodegradable.
Okay.
And then at the end here, we have washing soda.
Okay.
So washing soda helps soften the water.
Okay.
And here in BC, our waters are already pretty soft, so
That's
you don't
right.
need too much of it. And it also helps to, get the clothes clean.
Okay, so now when you say just mix it up and that's it, your powder is ready and you just put it in the washing machine, that's all?
That's it. So what you do
Okay.
is you take half a cup of borax.
Right.
So you measure that out.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
I think
keep
it's
on
about-
pouring till it is half, right?
sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Now it's going faster. Okay. So
Right.
then you add half a cup of this.
Uh-huh.
Then you add half a cup of the washing soda, because remember our water is pretty soft, so you don't need too much of that.
Okay.
You got that.
Right.
And then you're going to add 1 cup
Okay.
of the soap granules.
Uh-huh.
So this one you need a full cup of.
Right.
This is just the simple soap. You can buy it at any grocery store.
Mhm.
And okay.
So
sorry.
half and full cup of
and
this.
1
okay.
cup of
Right.
the soap granules.
Just mix it up?
Mix it all together.
Okay.
And so now when you're doing your load of laundry, 1 tablespoon for 1 regular load, 2 tablespoons if it's a heavy load or really dirty.
Okay.
And that's it. And here's another secret. So instead of using fabric softener,
Right.
when you're on your rinse cycle, add 1 cup of vinegar. That great vinegar we were talking
Okay.
about before, and
Okay.
you're done. No fabric softener needed.
Okay, and have you checked the effectiveness of this thing? Are the clothes really washed?
Yeah, they're really washable. If you try to use sometimes those eco-friendly detergents,
Right.
they're better obviously than the other types, but they can still leave I've
Some
heard people,
greases.
yeah, some greases, and people feel like their clothes aren't clean properly.
Right.
This will make sure your clothes are clean and they won't smell it either.
And of course, it's much cheaper also as compared to the things what we are buying from the market.
Yeah, you only look at this. You only need 1 tablespoon, right?
Right,
And it's
and
gonna
it-
last a long time, and you know what's in it. That's the
Absolutely,
best
that's
thing.
the most important thing.
Because right now, as we mentioned, there's no ingredients on
Right.
the regular household cleaners that you buy. So at least you can control your own destiny and
So
control
just
your
these
health.
three things are needed, and of course the vinegar if you want to put to keep the clothes softened.
Yep. So you don't have
Okay.
to use fabric softener, and we have a whole bunch of more do-it-yourself. This is one of the most simpler ones. There's also
Right.
a liquid soap that you can make. Other glass cleaners, how to clean your furniture.
Okay.
Everything that you need is on our website, and it's really, really simple.
Okay,
At-
so where to get all this information, which is free, of course.
It's all free. Yeah, toxicbreakup.ca. So www.toxicbreakup.ca, and the shopping tips. You can find out what chemicals to look for if you are buying it.
Right.
Which ones to avoid, and it's
Well,
that
thank you
simple.
very much for your time, and definitely we will have you again over here. And like today, you have talked about the detergents, and as you were talking about the shopping list and what to keep in mind when we go for shopping, so that these are environment friendly also, and they are good on the pocket also. We'll
Yeah.
discuss in our future episodes. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਜੋਹਲ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਬਣ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਧੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬੜੇ ਸਸਤੇ ਅਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਕਿ ਇਹ এনवायरमेंट ਫ੍ਰੈਂਡਲੀ ਨੇ, ਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕੈਮੀਕਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਣਗੇ। ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬੋਰੈਕਸ ਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਾਊਡਰ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਸੋਪ ਗ੍ਰੈਨੂਲਸ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਸੋਡਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮਿਕਸ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ 1 ਚਮਚਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ 1 ਲੋਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਕੱਪੜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਧੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੋਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਮੁਫਤ ਟਿਪਸ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।